Hello everyone, in this video I'll be ranking the best mass gainers on a tier list. So there's a lot of different mass gainers out there. Some of them have a lot of fillers and some of them have a lot of flavor. I'm going to be breaking down these mass gainers based on their cost effectiveness, the taste, and the overall quality of the ingredients. So first things first, we got the BSN True Mass, which I'm not the hugest fan of. It's not like a terrible mass gainer, but I'm just going to throw it into the B tier. BSN is it's a pretty solid company, but I find that their proteins tend to run higher. If you've ever had the Synthesis 6 protein, it's got like 15 grams of sugar, which is quite high in a world where we have proteins with like less than 1 gram of sugar. So that is just the protein, but even the mass gainer, just the quality of the carbohydrates aren't as high as some other mass gainers out there. But one thing that BSN does very, very well is they have flavors knocked down perfectly. They have like the Cold Stone Creamery flavors, but even like they're just chocolate and vanilla taste really nice. So for flavor, these are pretty good, but I think there's some better ones on this list, so we'll get to those. Next, we got the Optimum Nutrition Serious Mass. Now, this is probably one of the first ones I've ever taken. It's been around for a very long time. Back on the Bodybuildingcom days when you could buy a tub of this and it would last you for about a week if you were going through it at the rate that it's meant to be used at. With mass gainers, you're going to usually use about 4 scoops to give it like the 1,000 calories. And the Optimum Nutrition one, it tastes pretty good. If you've had the gold standard whey before, you'll know what you're getting yourself into with this protein powder or this mass gainer supplement, because it does taste fairly similar to the protein powder. Not every one of these does taste like the protein, but I noticed that the Optimum Nutrition does, and it's got a bit of that like sweet carb flavor, so it tastes relatively nice and good quality ingredients compared to some of the others here. So A tier. Next, we got the Mammoth Mass. Now, I'm going to put this also in the A tier, just below the Optimum Nutrition. Mammoth, it's a brand in Canada. It might be available across America too. I'm not entirely sure, but I know it's a very popular one. And they used to have they'd have like sweet potatoes in their old mass gainer, but I even tried the newer one they have, and it tastes pretty sweet. Like I like the flavoring in these. The ingredients are pretty solid too. It's got I believe this one's got some like vegetables in it as well. So you're getting not just your carbohydrates, but you're getting some micronutrients as well. So that's always a nice thing to see in a mass gainer supplement. So I want to put in the A tier. It could go a little higher, but I only want to settle it with it right there. Next, we got the Bodybuildingcom mass gainer. Now, this one I'm not a massive fan of. Now, I haven't had this in a little bit of quite some time actually. So it might be better than what I remember, but I just remember the flavors were a bit dull, and I liked every other mass gainer that I had more compared to this one. So it's all right. From my previous knowledge, I'm just going to put it into the C tier. Someone could chime in the comments and let me know if it's gotten any better, but yeah, I'm going to throw it in the C tier. Next, we got ANS The End Mass. I think this goes in the B tier. It's an all right mass gainer. Nothing really stands out here. It's got just regular chocolate, vanilla, cookies and cream flavors, but yeah, the usual lineup for a mass gainer, the 4 scoop, 1,000 calorie type deal. So it's fairly basic. If you can find it on sale, that's awesome, but it's fairly similar to a lot of other mass gainers out there. So I think it just belongs in that B tier. Next, we got the Pvl Sport Hulk Mass Gainer. I'm going to put this one up in the S tier. Now, reason for this being is it's getting your micronutrients in, as well as some things like it's got like blueberry extracts and a bunch of little, you get your micronutrients in. So it's not like you're just eating a bunch of carbs and fats and proteins. You're actually getting some quality stuff in there too. And I find that the flavor of these is actually quite solid. They have like a chocolate candy kind of flavor, peanut chocolate candy I really liked. And the vanilla is also really, really nice. Yeah, it's got quality ingredients, and getting those micronutrients in from a mass gainer is pretty solid. So I'm going to put that in the S tier. Very, very nice pre-workout or mass gainer. Next, we got the Mutant Mass, which I'm also going to put in the S tier. Mutant Mass has been around for quite some time, as well as one of my other first mass gainers that I tried out, and it tastes really nice. I'm a big fan of the Mutant Mass compared to other flavored mass gainers. Mutant Mass it's relatively easy to find. Here in Canada, you can go to like the tire store, and Canadian Tire it's called. If you go to Canadian Tire, you can find yourself mass gainer there. So really easy to find. If you don't have a supplement store near you and you live in Canada, you can probably find it at your local Canadian Tire, which is just mind-blowing to me that this thing is out there. But aside from the availability, this stuff does taste really great. It's got the high amount of calories, 60 grams of protein, and everything you want from a mass gainer, all in one. It's got 2 different chocolate flavors too, so if you don't like the chocolate you had first time, you always try the second one. So I like that versatility. It's consistent. Like, this thing has tasted the same for the last 10 years that I've been using it on and off. So I'm impressed with that consistency from Mutant, and it's a pretty quality product. So I like it personally. Next, we got the pre-gym or Jim Stepani supplements. I actually like his. They taste really good. I think if you squint extremely hard, I think it's like the chocolate latte or something like that flavor. Their flavoring is really nice. Like, I think it's one of the best. I might put it up. It's one of the better tasting ones, actually, in my opinion. And also quality ingredients, giving you, like, I think it's 60 grams of protein per serving. So very solid amount of protein. And yeah, it's pretty good of a supplement. Next, we got Pvl Sport Gainer. I'm just going to put this in the B tier. I don't love the flavors of this mass gainer. It's kind of similar to the ANS The End Mass that I put there. They're okay mass gainers, but I think there's a lot better ones out there. So I just didn't enjoy the flavor too much. The chocolate and vanilla, I think it's main flavors. So yeah, just wasn't a massive fan of it. So B tier. Next, we got the Rival Nutrition, the Clean Gainer. I'm going to put this up at the top of the A tier. This could be an S tier even. Yeah, I'll put it in the S tier. You know what? Why not? What I really like about the Rival Nutrition Clean Gainer is it's got quality carbohydrates. They're clean carbs and good amount of protein in it too. I just recently had a serving of the chocolate cake flavor, I think it was, and I really like the flavor of it. So it was delicious. It literally tastes like cake, and that blew my mind. So yeah, if you're in the market for a mass gainer and you can find Rival Nutrition, it used to be called Rivalus. They're known for their Promisil protein powder. Pretty solid, I think. Finally, we got Dymatize, the mass gainer. I don't know what that's called. Yeah, just super mass gainer. I'm going to put it A tier as well. It's a pretty good one. And Dymatize, if you've had it before, really solid flavoring when it comes to their protein powders and their mass gainers. So with Dymatize, you're usually getting a pretty quality product. And I just like everything that they make. It's usually pretty high quality. This is high quality, just like their protein powder. So I'm going to throw that in the A tier there. But there you have it. Mass gainer tier list. We got the Hulk by Pvl Sport, Mutant Mass, and the Rival Clean Gainer. I can't really, it's hard to say. I probably maybe put the Hulk for number 1. But there it is for the S tier. We also have the Jim Stepani supplements in the A tier, Dymatize, Optimum Nutrition, and Mammoth supplements. And then BSN, ANS, Pvl. I got all the letter ones right there. And then Bodybuildingcom in the C tier. So there's my mass gainer tier list. Let me know in the comments where you would rank these if you were to do your own tier list. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.